There will be some standards for okay, there'll be some standard for the sheet metal. What they'll do is they'll fix everything. Okay, for this component, this type of material should be used. This is the thickness, this is the K factor, this is the Y factor. So once you get the template, automatically these values will be given default. So there is no need for you to go inside and manipulate these values. Okay, if you want to check, you can check, but there is no need for the enter. If you are going with a new project, entirely new material, and your customer has just given you the details, then you have to manually enter it. Most of the times template will save you, but some rare cases you need to know how to enter these values. Okay, once you have entered these values, bends. Next come to bends. Basically bend is nothing but plain sheet metal. If you bend it at 90 degrees or 45 degrees or 30 degrees, whatever bend you are giving, that bend, so that bend should not have sharp, it should be filleted or it should be round. So that bend radius he is here asking. Whether when you want the normal thickness, that means suppose I'm giving the thickness of 3 mm, so the bend radius will be 3 mm. Suppose 2 into thickness, that means 2 into 3, 6 mm, or 0.5 into 2, that is what the bend radius is asking about. No, I don't want this, I want a simple value of 10. Simply you can give, and the bend angles here, whatever angles you want to give, you can even give here. Okay, now coming to relief cuts, will be there in a bit in relief cuts. Okay, now I think you understand what are bend allowances and bends. Okay, bend allowances is related to K factor and Y factor. Bend is relevant in relevance with the bending radius. Okay, I'll just simply come here, click on apply. So I have fixed thickness, as well as I have fixed the K factor. Okay, as well as I have fixed in my bend radius. So three things which are important before starting the sheet metal operations I have fixed. Okay, done and close. Now I'm starting my sheet metal operation. Now I'll go to planar, select this boundary, click on. See, automatically 3 value came here. But the thing, the good thing in Creo is you can change it over here. So once you change it, again the further operations also it will take the same thing. Click on OK. You can see 3 mm. I think it is very small for what rectangle I have drawn. I'll try to change the size of the rectangle here. Okay, the value I want to give here is 500. Well, we'll just keep 500 by 500. Okay, it is in 10,000s. Oh my god. Okay. I'll switch off this and this as well. Now fit to screen. Here. Okay, so basically this is your I think something still it is on. That is the reason when I'm giving fit to screen, it should take this as a center technically, but it is taking some other as a center. Something is hidden or I don't know. Okay, we'll try to edit it. I'll try to make that as a center. So double click here onto this, go with the value 0. Double click onto this, go with the value 0. So now it is in center. Now you can see. Okay. The first option we have done is planar. For planar, you need to have closed boundary. Okay, you can create as you wish, whatever shapes you want to create, you can create. Okay, see for example, I'll be drawing another rectangle here. Okay, I'll be drawing another rectangle here. Then I'll be going with corner, select this, this is one corner. Again, select this, this is another corner. So this is one exit and go to planar, select it. You can see The only thing that planar needs is a closed boundary. Okay, a closed boundary. That's it. Apart from that, yes. Okay. Suppose I'm not applying planar, I'm just deleting the planar. Instead of that, if I go and apply the for the same sketch, if I go and apply extrude, it will simply extrude it. See, my sketch doesn't have any fillets. My sketch doesn't have any fillets here. But if I go click on extrude and select my sketch, automatically fillets are coming. So from where these fillets are coming? Technically, it is bend. So it is calculating the bend radius, which is 10. Okay. Now see file, prepare model properties. In model properties, bend radius is 10 and it is saying side is inside. Okay. Okay. Now I'll go to view. No. Analysis. In analysis, I'll be going to measuring tool. In measuring tool, what I'll be taking? Yeah, obviously I'll go with the dia. In dia, if I come and select it inside, see inside radius, it is showing me 10. Okay, that's the same value. For example, if I go and change that value. Okay, now if I go and change value, file, prepare model properties. In model properties, go to bend. In bend radius, change it to 25, which is inside. Okay. Now you can see it is changed. So again, I'll go to measure. In measure, I'll be going with dia and select it. See, it is 25. Okay. So you cannot manufacture sheet metal with a sharp edges. That is the reason automatically it is taking that bend radius, and you cannot give 0 as bend radius. Okay. 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 So basically, these are the two operations which you will be using as to form the base plate or to form the base. Okay. Without base, these operations you cannot apply. So I'll go back to planar. Okay. And done. Okay. Now the next option we'll be going with is flat. The next option we'll be going with is flat. Click on flat. In flat, you have a lot of options like rectangle, trapezoid, L, and some user defined. I'll just go with rectangle. You guys try on all the other options. Okay. Rectangle, go to placements. The first thing is you need to select the edge. You need to select the edge. When you select the edge, automatically it will be creating one flange. You can control the flange. See, you have some controls on the screen. I can just a minute. It is better now. Okay, I can see reduce it, increase it. Okay, I can even reduce the height, increase the height. I can even change the angle. Okay, all these things you can do it here. See, suppose I want this to be minus 25. See, so you can even control from here minus 50, minus 50. See, you can easily control everything from here as well. I don't want the height. I want the height to be 75. So easily you can control from here, as well as easily you can control from here as well. Okay. Offset, you can create an offset here. Add by value. I want the offset to be 40, 25. See, that means technically 25 offset it took, or let us say 50. It took the 50 offset. Like this also you can play. Okay, so I don't want it to be, I'll just go with automatic. I'll come to shape, reliefs. As of now, it is rip. Basically, where you will see this reliefs is when you bend some sheet metal side. Okay, can see here. This is the cut, relief cut. Okay, most of the times it would be rectangle, this type of cut. and or oblong. This cut also you can manage the values over here up to tangent, bend or blind. So whatever value I'll be giving it to be 25. See, 25 it went till 25. Suppose I want that changed it, I want it to be a rectangle, I can give rectangle. I don't want blind, I want this. The thickness I want it to be again, let us say some value. So I can change, play around few things with here. So I'll not be going with all the options because uh, I'm explaining it here itself. The next coming options also has these sub options. Okay, just you need to go define it and give the value. Simple as that. Okay. Now bend elements basically use part settings. That's what we set some bend elements is there, right? In the starting prepare and all those things. So you can, if you want to bypass that, you can come here, go with k factor, y factor, c 0.35. This is the value we set in the starting when before we start the operations, right? Okay. Next here, whatever the fillet, it is basically inner surface. That means 25 whatever giving it is this side. So when it goes to other side, it will add the thickness. That means I'm assuming 25 plus the thickness of is 3, so it would be 28 when it comes to outer side. No, if you want to maintain the fillet 25 on to the outer side, then you can come here and you can change it. Now the fillet will be 25 outer side, inner side again it will get reduced. Okay, and this is kind of formula, so leave it. I'll most of the times they'll be going with inside fillet itself, so I am keeping it inside. And if you want to change thicknesses inside or outside, you can change things here. Okay, you try for trapezoid L and T. Okay, and there is something else called as sketch. See, I can even manipulate things. Let us know. Just a minute, guys. Delete segment, delete this segment, delete this segment, delete this segment. Can see? Okay, you can directly you can come inside, select the sketch, and you can draw it. Okay. Okay, this is what uh, flanges flat is basically. Next, we'll be going with flange. Next option will be going with flange. Click on flange. Same. Select edge. Okay. Details. Come here. Hold control. Select another edge. Okay. So like this, you can flat. It will create you only one flat, but flange it will create number of. Let us try it out. Placement. See, there is no define here. So whenever you're getting a define or something, you can select n number of scene placements details. Select this, go to details, hold the control and select another edge. So you can select it. So here also there is shape for it. You can manipulate the values from here and you can go for the sketch length. Length is basically chain ends means from this end to that end. So if you want to reduce that end, suppose I'll go with blind. In blind, I'll be going with minus 25. Okay, I can see here. And here also I'll go with blind. I'll be going with 50. You can see it got increased over here. And okay, see with the fillet itself, it is increased. Okay, the same thing you'll be getting here, drop down. Whether you want it to be end to end, you can simply come here, click on end to end. The same thing what I'm showing here, the same thing it is getting represented over here. Again, same offset values, whether you want offset, some click here or not automatic, or let's say origin, I want it to be 50 offset. Everything will be developed by, it is not taking 50, huh? No, it is not taking 50. I think because of this, I'll double click, make it 0. Now if I give 50, no, still it is not taking, or let us say minus 25. Yeah, now it is taking that minus 25, or let us say minus 50, and 50 it is not taking. Okay, edge treatment is basically when two edges are getting attached like this. Suppose I don't want the edge treatment, I want the gap. Simply I'll come here and I can change the gap. Can see the gap. I don't want, I want it to be blind, I'll keep it blind. So whatever values I want to give, simply I'll be giving it. I want them to be overlapped. I can see clearly they are getting overlapped. Click on flip like this. Meter cut, here it is not applicable. We'll see meter cut in some other options. So you know about reliefs, you know about bend allowances, all those things. So basically your flange is completed. See, flat you can select only one edge, flange you can select multiple edges. In flange you have I, arc, S, open, flush, okay, joggle, duck, C, Z. Okay, whatever you want to try, please try it out. If you are having any doubt in these options, please let me know. Okay, so the basic ways to create a sheet metal is done. Okay, the next options will be going with our uh, will be going with an offset. Okay, click on offset, reference, select the surface, give the value which you want to offset. I want it to offset to be 25, not 0.25. It's okay, 25. It will be creating the offset value. Okay, this is basically offset. Split area, if you want to split uh, the sheet metal by drawing a sketch or something, you can split it. I'll go to define. I'll take this, draw a sketch here. Click on OK. Whether you want to split the outer side, whether you want to keep the inner side, all those things you can simply keep it. See, this is one and this is another. Okay, this is basically your split area. Extend, you need to select the edge, then only extend will pop up. Click on extend. How much you want to extend? I want it to be extending it to, let us say 100. So automatically 100 will be fine. Okay, okay, offset, split, extend, and okay, these are not that much required. Surface fill will not be seeing it. Why? Because it is an surface option. Okay, the next important options we will be seeing is bend. In bend you have a lot of options here. We'll see one by one what is the bend and all those things we can see. So for that I'll just delete this, delete the flange. Okay, no, let us see. I'll go to bend. uh, in bend itself you have some sub options. In bend, edge bend, planar bend. Okay, we'll not be using planar bend, we'll go with bend, as well as we'll be going with edge bend. Okay, first bend. First we'll go to placement. Okay, bend surface or bend line. Okay, he is asking me bend surface or bend line. I'll just simply select it. Okay, automatically it got bend. You can see I don't want that kind of bend, but I want it to be reverse. That means it kept this edge and it bend it in different way. Suppose if I go with 90, it will be straight 90. Okay, just a minute. I will draw. Um, Sketch selected. Draw the sketch here. Bend placement. I'll be selecting this as a bend line. This line you need to match. Okay, where exactly you want that bend. Should not show the green. If it is showing the green, that means it is not exactly matching that bend. Just a minute, once again I'll try. I'll just hide this line, go to bend, and bend I'll go to placement, select the surface. Okay, uh, I'll select it. I'll be selecting it. I'll give this green to this particular edge. You can see here how it is bending. Okay, if you're not comfortable with that, I can bend it over here so you can easily understand. Bend. Okay, placement. Select the object you want to bend. I want to bend this object. You will be getting one line. Place this line exactly where you want to bend it. Okay, so it is giving me an basically measuring. So from this edge, I want to bend it at some angle. So I'll be selecting this edge. Now you can see it has bent it. You can see it has bent. I have not properly managed here, so that is the reason it is showing me this extra portion. In real time scenario, it doesn't work that way. Okay, I just shown you a small example. Okay, again I'll go to bend. In bend again, I'll first thing you need to select a surface. So I want to bend this particular surface. Where exactly I want to bend? I want it to be bending from here to here. Okay, so from this edge, I want it to be say 150. Okay, the same thing. Okay, from this edge I want this to be 150, 150. Okay, how much angle I want to bend? I want to bend it to be 45 degrees. Click on see 45 degrees. I want it to bend. I want it to the reverse side. Okay, I want to bend it to be reverse side. Okay, I don't want to bend this, instead I want to bend this. Then you can simply come here, change it. You can see this is fixed now and this is getting the bend. You can even change both things. Okay, bend it upwards, 45 degrees upwards, 45 degrees downwards. If you want to change it, again 45 degrees down, 45 degrees up. You can even change this. Change. Okay, now there are bend material up to bend line. Okay, see, you can see these white dots. Basically, that is our bend line. Okay, now if I change this, you can see the fillet wherever it is there, it is the bend is starting from the end of the fillet. This is the starting of the fillet, this is the end of the fillet. Our bend line is exactly at the end. Now if I change to this, our bend line is exactly end of the fillet. That means you want material inside, you want material outside, you can manipulate with these options. Okay, now it is exactly in the middle of the fillet, end of the fillet, starting of the fillet, and middle of the fillet. So you want the material inside, bend outside. No, bend exactly. I want exactly at the fillet. If you want, you can manipulate with these three options. Okay, this will change your fixed side. Now technically fixed side is this, bending side is this. If you want to change it, it will change. Okay, here you can go with the angle. Okay, whether you want it bend upwards or whether you want it bend downwards, it really can manipulate with this. Again, bending radius, whatever the radius we have given, whether you want the inside radius, whether you want, sorry, angle, actually 45 degrees. From where it is taking 45 degrees, it is taking from the outside. If you want it from the inside, you can see, you can change it 45 degrees from the outside or 45 degrees from the inside. Basically this is bend radius, or whether you want the radius 25 to be inside or 25 to be outside. So basically this is one type of bend. The other type of bend you can see here is this option. Okay,